Alright guys, quick hitter here. For any of you that have seen what a power window motor looks like in a Foxbody, this is it. Now, what I had going on is when plugged in the car, the motor was turning. And actually it was tricking me a bit because I could see the gear that steers the big window toothed arm. I could see this spinning too, so I'm like, well, you know, it seems like the power steering motor's fine. Anyway, after banging the heck out of myself, I'm bleeding from every finger and hand, I got the power window motor out. Now what I've come to find out is this is a bushing that sits inside here, okay? And these little plastic, I don't know, whatever they're called, they sit inside of here and they turn this, okay? Off this worm gear that turns this white wheel. Anyway, inside here, you can see it better here. It almost looks like the shape of a nut or an octagon. Well, this gear sits inside here and it should actually be shaped like a nut as well, but as you can see, it's all rounded off. So anyway, I don't want to wait for one of these in the mail, nor do I want to pay the 80 or 100 bucks, whatever they are. I just want to do a quick fix on this and see if it works. And if it does, and my fix I'm about to say to you fails, well then, you know, you just buy another one. But I know that this motor's good. I've seen it spin. So what I'm going to do, and I don't recommend this very often, but there is a time and a place for it. I'm going to JB Weld this gear inside here, and it's a quick fix. I know it's a cheesy fix, but it's going to get me back in business quicker than waiting for one in the mail, right? I got a 10 or 12 hour setup time for JB Weld. But anyway, for any of you that are dicking around with one of these motors and you can hear it spinning and whatever, don't underestimate taking it out. To get to this, it's one Phillips screw to get to the inner workings of these things. They're pretty simple little motors, and they are still somewhat readily available at your local parts store and or the restoration websites. So yeah, I'm going to JB Weld this in here. I will show you the results after if I succeed. Like, I got nothing to lose at this point, right? It's essentially hooped, so may as well try something. Anyway guys, I hope that helps you out in your adventures. You can see in the background here I'm actually crazy gluing, and I got some metal plate that I'm using to hold them flat. Anyway, it's just quick fixes for me, right? I mean, I've still got to get this car inspected, and I do like tinkering, but all of this stuff will get replaced at some point in time. But for the time being, crazy glue gets you back on the road and operational. So yeah, that's that about that. I'll tune back in here guys once this JB Weld set. I'll get it in the car and let you know if I succeeded. Okay guys, final product. Might be a little hard for you to see, but I have JB welded this gear to this, well, let's call it a gear for what it's worth. In theory, I mean, maybe they're two separate parts, so you can replace them if this gear burns out. But in this case, I just want them to stay locked together, and like I say, it avoids me having to buy another one, because this works quite well. So anyway, I'll get it in the car and report back, let you know if my quick fix, good old handy JB Weld, worked out all right. All right guys, good news. We've got power windows again. So the old JB Weld trick worked. What else did I do in here? I was missing a couple of nuts on one of the window. This is the window guide in here. I don't know if you can see in there or not, but one of the threads was kind of worked over in the power window motor, so I tapped it and put in like a larger bolt in there. But yeah, essentially saved myself, I don't know what those things sell for, 80 bucks, 100 bucks, and got my power window back up and running here. So far so good. Now I do have to chase a power lock issue. Oh Christ, maybe I don't. Maybe it's intermittent. Oh, there you have it. Huh. You guys are good luck. You solved my issue. Because the other side was working. And this side wasn't. Anyway, maybe it's a switch. Ha! Good deal. Alright guys, well, not the most earth-shattering video in the world, but I just thought, you know, for as old as these cars are getting, and power windows they're notorious for having issues in these cars. They're wired odd, they're reverse polarity. Anyway, I don't want to get into the science of it all, but they're weird to figure out if it's an electronic issue. When I put power windows in the coupe, so I don't know if I've ever mentioned that before, that was a manual window car, and I had a donor car that I yarded all the power window wiring and switches and everything out of, and then put it in the coupe, which some people think's crazy, but you know what, I like the convenience of power windows, and I roll like limo tinted windows. So I live in a place where you're not allowed to have that. I push the buttons and they're down. Anyway, yeah, probably 8 times out of 10 it's a wiring scenario, and I don't have one to show you here how to diagnose or anything. In this case it was just like a mechanical situation, and actually just a worn out gear. But anyway, don't underestimate that, right? You can get yourself out of a bind. Good old-fashioned JB Weld. There is a time and a place for this stuff. I've seen it in places that it shouldn't be before. I've actually seen a guy glue together an engine case. Worked for a little bit. Anyway, this stuff's pretty amazing. But yeah, you can get yourself out of a bind, and in this case that's just what I did. So I put out a short video, guys, on my mirrors. You can see they're still off because I'm actually just painting the black trim around them with a fresh coat of SEM trim black. But yeah, funny little video. I couldn't figure out, this is my first convertible, so I'm figuring some things out as I go, but the mirrors, there's this trim piece. I'll try to link the video up here for you, but there's this trim piece that, it's a wedge trim piece that sits on between the paint and the mirror. And I just thought, geez, that looks weird. It doesn't sit right. Well, lo and behold, somebody must have had the mirrors off this thing at one point in time and put the wrong trim on the wrong side of the car. So you flip them over, they fit great. Anyway, quick fixes, and for the most part, free. Just your time to peel your door panel off and get at that stuff and have a look. So I'm sure if this car's got it, chances are there's another 100 or 1,000 out there that have it. So hope that helps you guys. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll catch you in the comments. Take care. Bye for now.